Good morning everybody, it is Bubs. I hope you're all having a fine day. I know I've had a fine morning. I'm very excited to kick off with a morning beauty routine with you guys where I'll be showing you guys how I prep my skin ready for the day, keep it nice and hydrated and plump, and then moving on to how I create this very simple everyday makeup where I feel it's very youthful, it's fresh, it's clean, it just makes me feel really good. I've just literally woken up for about 15 minutes. I've just washed my face. Let's prep my skin ready. But first, does anybody remember this cartoon? All the Asian kids at the back, did you all also have this hairstyle? I think it was kind of like an Asian starter pack. Here is my Glow Tonic by Pixi. It's a giant one. I'm just gonna give it a light swipe. I really love this glycolic tonic by Pixi because it just very gently exfoliates my face on a daily basis. It just helps to reveal the fresher skin underneath to keep my skin staying and looking radiant. And I try to bring my product down my neck more. It's just one of those things I always forget. Next up, this is the Ferulic serum from Ceuticals, a very famous serum. And with this serum, you only use it during the daytime, and it's a vitamin C. It's pretty much an antioxidant, and what it's going to do is it's just going to help protect your skin from free radicals. At the same time, it helps to improve the appearance of wrinkles, fine lines, photo damage. So now that that is nicely absorbed, I'm going to go on to serum. This is Skin X Daily Dose Serum. Drink it up, drink it up. What's cool about this serum is you take a test, and based on the results, it formulates a concoction that's just for your skin, especially because in the morning you can wake up a little bit more puffy because you're laying down, so the fluids can gather in your face a little bit. This roller helps to improve my blood circulation. It's great for your delicate eye areas, and I love this one. And it pretty much is sort of mimics how anesthesian would massage and roll your face. I'm an avid supporter when it comes to facial massage. I've seen my face become slimmer and more lifted immediately after the massage. But I also have this one right here, which is the larger version. I had this in the background in some videos, and you guys legit thought this was something else, if you know what I mean. This is good if I feel really bloated and I just want to drain it. Think of it as a flush. It's like a drain, and you're just draining all that stuff into the rest of your body. So lastly, moisturizer. I'm still trying to finish using this Mer Moisturising Cream. Since I am in my 30s now, it just means I have to use products that just nourish my skin a little bit more because my skin is a little bit more dry. Oh, bring it down my neck. I used to be so diligent about eye cream because it was just drilled in my head when I was 16. You always have to wear eye cream, but now that I'm older, sure, I think that eye cream is quite nice for moisturizing your under eye area, keeping it plump so your eye makeup looks a little bit better. Especially eye creams that say, oh, this will help with your dark circles. I don't buy it. Now that my skin feels lovely and prepped, let's move on to makeup. Okay, so foundation wise, I'm going to be using my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I'm just going to give it a quick shake. I don't like to apply too much foundation. I do like my foundation looking a little bit more dewy. I tend to think it looks more radiant and healthy. Sometimes you see people and they have matte look, you know, the face entirely matte, and it looks perfect, gorgeous, but your first thought you would think is it's makeup. Well, I like to put it quite sparingly because sometimes, you know, with thick foundation, as good as it looks on camera, believe me, in person it does not look as good. And if I can choose to look better on camera or look better in person, you bet I'm gonna choose better looking at person. I'm also gonna apply on my eyelids, acting as a base. Speaking of base, I don't really use base these days because, like I said, my skin isn't as oily as it is back then. So, you know, for me, base is just having a good foundation from the skincare products. Whatever's left over at the back of my hand, I'm just gonna bring it down. Concealer wise, I actually change it depending how my under eye area is, because I feel like my dark circles are quite obvious, but then on some days it's also like, hello, I'm the grudge kid. I don't like to apply the concealer close to my actual eye. I like to just keep it on the orbital bone. Especially if you choose the right concealer, a little goes a long way. And I do love this one. This is an oldie but goodie. Every time I go to Hong Kong, I have to pick it up. This is the Saem Cover Perfection Ideal Duo. So it does come with a stick that I barely use just because my skin is a little drier these days. So I need to use a hydrating a liquid formula. But you can see how it's just brightened up my eyes. And I'm just going to use my finger just to tap it to melt it down. I am using my, oh sorry, I didn't mean to flip you guys off. But I'm using my middle finger. You're really supposed to use your ring finger because it's a bit more gentle. But hey, no one's perfect. I will use this one. Oh my gosh, it's really hard to do that for here. It still looks like I'm flipping you guys off, sorry. So I like to look up when I'm doing this. And I just find that it blends much better than you going like this. This is more even. You're just flattening out your skin, right? My sister recommended this one. This is from Canmake and I really like it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and I'm just going to pat on areas that are extra shiny. I'm just gonna set my concealer a little bit so it doesn't crease, and then under my eyes. I like to call this the Eiffel Tower because you would bring it down to the side. Here, on your mouth and under your nose. And then whatever is left over, I just sort of bring it up into my temples. So my skin doesn't look as shiny, but you can still see it still looks quite fresh. Brows, I'm gonna use my Goof Proof brow pencil. You guys know I love this. I still like to start from the bottom. I like to take it straight across. For the front, I kind of just like to make hair-like strokes. And then I'm just gonna elongate a little bit, and that is what really gonna help my face look more defined. Tip of the nose to the edge of your eye. If you pass that mark, you've gone too far. I always mention like my brows are like my children, and this is the well-behaved one. This is the one that doesn't listen to me. Just brush up and then slightly to the side. One of my girlfriends, she's an avid fan of contouring her nose, and she's always like, I feel like a different woman. Well, that's how I feel with my eyebrows. Without it, I'm a different person. Speaking of contouring, this pencil, this brow pencil is really good for contouring the nose, guys. You'd be surprised. The palette that I've really been enjoying is actually from Cybercolors, and this is a Viva Snow Eye palette in Cocoa Fancy. I'm gonna use this color right here, which is great as a highlight color. So I'm gonna start by just popping it under my brow bone just to give it a slight highlight to lift it a little bit. And then I'm just gonna pop it in the inner parts of my eye. I know this is weird, but I actually prefer how my eyes look when the extensions are falling off. Like most people hate that, but I like it. I don't think I suit lashes, like crazy lashes. Next up, I'm gonna take this brown right here, just tap it a little bit, and I'm just gonna contour my eyes just ever so slightly. Especially if you got hooded eyes like myself, then you wanna just look directly straight. Just contoured it just a little bit, as you can see. Just the teeniest bit. You can see my eyes just ever so slightly looks a little bit more deeper. Now I'm just gonna take a second layer and do the same step. This time I'm just gonna keep it more on the edges, just so it opens my eye a little bit more. See, my eyes are kept open. So you'll find that you'll kind of alternate between like tilting, and then moving forward. Tiny little circles. Okay, so I think that's enough, guys. You can always make it a little bit more deeper, but I just kind of want to do quite a natural look today. I think I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer to my eyelids today. I'm going to take this bronze color, especially when it comes to using shimmer. You want to move on to a flat shader brush. Just easier to control. I'm just going to pack it in the middle of my eye. I'm not going to move it past my eyeball. I'm just going to keep it in this area. So I do have a bit of a shimmer, but for the most part, my eyes look quite clean. Same for here. Just give it a pat. When my eyes are looking tired, usually I do like to add a little bit of shimmer to my eyes. Not something that's got chunky glitters, just something that just gives a light glimmer. So even though I'm not dazzling because I'm tired, my eyes are. Just gonna go back to that brown that I just used, just the tiniest amount, tap off excess, and I'm just gonna contour the eyes just a little bit. Depending what eyeshadow you use, but sometimes it just looks odd if you just apply on your eyelid and nothing in the bottom. I forgot how much I love using brown eyeliner. So this is from Innisfree. This is the Powerproof brush liner. The brush tip just means you can get really thin lines. So tilt your head back. Just follow, hold it, brush flat. Okay, make tiny brush strokes if you need to. You don't have to be too ambitious. It's not that it's eye shape and then upwards. It's more of a gradual curve. And then you see a sticker here. And then I go ahead and sharpen up. And because it's a brush, it makes it really easy to do this. So then I'm gonna look up again and fill in the inner spaces, because yes, it makes a huge difference, guys. Look at the difference between this eye and this eye. Isn't it depressing? Usually I like to keep it more neutral or cool toned when it comes to my inner corners. Smile! And then with your baby finger, just go ahead and smooth it out. Because you don't want to pack the product really heavily underneath, because the skin here is so thin and delicate, so it could crease and it could look really bad. Bring it out just ever so slightly. Subtle is what we're looking for. I tend to really like Japanese mascaras. Maybe because it's formulated for Asian lashes, which is sparse. Oh, I forgot. Lip balm. Usually I apply lip balm right after my skincare routine. So when I get to my lips, they are nice and soft. Sorry, I just realized I'm flipping you guys off again. I'm sorry, I really like this finger. So in this case, let's do the cheeks. And then by the time we get to our lips, then I'll be ready. This is the 3CE multi-pot. So sometimes I actually use this on my eyes. But since it's like a cream product, you can use your fingers. But I'm just gonna use my beauty blender. And then I like to tap up the excess on my hand first. I like to actually apply a little bit more higher at the center of my cheek. Dogs are going crazy. And I just find it looks a little bit more youthful. It brings the attention right here. A good guideline is right underneath the pupil. I love, love, love this blush, especially when it's summer. You know, you want to keep that dewiness, and this just keeps my cheeks looking so healthy. I know some people aren't a fan of blushes, but I love it. I feel like a different woman. Every product here makes me feel like a different woman. Okay, so next up, highlight. I don't like to go too heavy with my highlight. Sometimes I do. It really depends what type of light I'm going for. So this is a Too Faced Spray of Light highlight. I quite like this one. It's lovely for summer. I use more of a smaller brush because I want it to look really precise. Just right here, again, just on top of the blush. Yeah, that's enough. I love applying highlight right here. You actually bring attention to the eyes by applying it right here as well. Just a little bit above the lip on the chin. So it's kind of like a diamond. Next, contour. I usually don't contour my face every day, but feel free to alter and remove and add products as suited for you. I like to use an angled brush. And this is just a sample from my contour and highlight powder that's coming very soon. Take a little bit, tap off the excess. Don't blow it, guys. On the top of my ear, I like to just very gradually brush it down. What's great about this contour powder is that it also works great as a bronzer. So if you want to look a little bit more warmer, because summer is here. I usually don't contour my face every day, but I thought I'll show you guys here anyway. I don't look that great when I contour the top. For me, it's mainly the bottom because my nose is more on the wide side. But this pencil is so good because it's so creamy, and it's an eyebrow pencil. It's designed to be blend right. This is probably a bit on the big side, but since it's angled, I'm hoping it will work. You can suck in your nose to see where the shadow is.
Can I have an orange lollipop? No, a yellow one.
Yes, if you're a good boy, maybe.
Yeah.
And it looks super natural, right? So the other side. This brush actually works pretty well. This is actually a sample brush from my Bubby brushes. Do you guys remember? Then I can take whatever's left over. Just sort of really lightly, subtly contour right here. All done. Just let me take these hair clips off. This is the TikTok lipstick from Meme Box, sorry. It's like it's a little hard. It's not the easiest to apply, I gotta say. This is just preference, guys. You don't have to do this. I don't like my lipsticking precise. I like to take a little Q-tip and I like to blur out the lines. And it just gives it a more of a natural look. And then with my fingers, I like to just dot and press. So what you get instead is just your lips definitely look tinted, but you can tell you're wearing lipstick, but it's not like, oh my gosh, she's wearing lipstick. Does that make sense? So this is my Cyber Colors SPF spray. So I'm just gonna close my eyes. Protect you. We are ready to go. I think I just need to stick on some earrings and I'm ready for dim sum. Just realized how like stereotypical that sound, but that's really where we're going. Oh, actually, so since we were doing our makeup and I'm off to dim sum, I just also figured it'd be a great opportunity to share with you guys my So Happy collection. This collection is dedicated to all the fellow makeup and food junkies out there, combining my two loves together, food and also makeup. This phone cover just makes me so happy, and the fact that it also matches with my wash band, super cool. I just think it looks so cute. It just makes me so happy, which was the main goal. I'm just gonna keep it really short about this, but if you guys are interested in my collection, then feel free to click on the link in the information box. But aside from that, I hope you guys have a day as amazing as you are, and I shall talk to you very soon.